your 2018 Girls Soccer Power Rankings. And we're back here again on local soccer pitches around the area. I just want to talk here about some players to watch before we get into the actual power rankings themselves. One of the players to watch, McKaylee Zerker from Loudonville. It's going to be interesting to watch McKaylee this year. A year ago she had Nikki Weber. Obviously the team is without Nikki, and that's a big loss. Nikki will go down as one of the area's all-time elite scorers. She could find the net, she could bury it. It was simple as that. McKaylee Zerker is more of a finesse player. She does well in space. This year, there's going to be more asked of her. So we're going to see how McKaylee develops as the season goes on. The reality is she's already a great soccer player, and she should know that. The team knows that. I think the area knows it. A year ago, she was finished second in the area in scoring, 26 goals, 22 assists for 74 total points. She's a great player. Also, Bailey Clark, our returning daily record player of the year. You know, for me, Bailey Clark a year ago, she's phenomenal. I guess a year ago I ran out of adjectives to describe what Bailey could do, and this year I'm trying to find some new ones. But you know, there's just so many things that Bailey brings to the table. She's a great soccer player. That's the end of the story when it comes to her. A year ago she was third in the area in scoring, 25 goals, 15 assists, 65 total points. She's great. She's going to be a big part of why Chippewa, if Chippewa makes its run to the state, she's going to be a big focal point of that. She knows, and she's such a mature young lady, she knows how to understand, or she understands that the team is not about how it starts, it's about how it finishes. And getting other girls involved around her, teaching them what they got to do, and helping develop them. She does a great job of that. Rebecca Graff from Norwayne, daily record goalkeeper of the year, great job. This young lady understands what it means to be a goalkeeper. I feel like goalkeepers don't get as much attention as they deserve. Rebecca Graff deserves every amount of attention she gets. She's a great goalkeeper. She knows when to come off her line. She knows when to stay at home. She knows when to make the plays, and she knows how to organize her defense in front of her. She's a big safety valve for Norwayne. She does a phenomenal job, and she's got to make nights easier, make games easier for Jason Zimmerly, knowing that he has her on the backside of the defense to control and limit opposing teams' chances. You also have Mariah Steffen from Central Christian. She's a baller. She loves big game situations. She excels. She's always challenging teammates around her to get better. She herself continues to elevate her game. Just an incredible player. A year ago, she finished 6th in the area in scoring, 19 goals, 3 assists for 41 total points. Another player I have in my players to watch, Jillian Newland from Smithville. Last year, she was a fantastic freshman. This year, super sophomore. I don't know what else to describe her. She's a great player. I expect the year underneath her belt, she's just going to continue to elevate her game to the next level. A year ago, she finished with 14 goals, 6 assists for 34 total points, finished 8th in the area in scoring. Just a great players. And all 5 young ladies are very extremely talented. As I said, these are just some players to watch. Obviously, we have many more that are very talented in the area as well. You can go to Allie Candle from Northwestern. You can go to Allie Rowe from Northwestern. You can go to Morgan Stevenson from West Holmes. There are great players all around. So definitely you go to local pitches. Definitely take in the site, because you're probably going to watch a pretty talented young player or two or even more out there on the soccer field playing. Good luck to every team this year. At number 1, the Girls Soccer Power Rankings. They're currently ranked number 1 in the state of Ohio, according to Max Preps. And also, according to Max Preps, they're ranked 10th in the nation. The Ashland Arrows, underneath the guidance of Trent Heckman. Great program. Simple as that. You know, as a new school that the Daily Record is looking to cover more into the Ashland area, I'm looking forward to cover a little more of Ashland. Great program with the guidance of Heckman. They got a tough conference that obviously they got to go through in the Ohio Cardinal Conference. But if there's any team that can come through there and do well at it, it's going to be Ashland. This year they're currently led in scoring by McKinley Mendenhall, 3 goals, 3 assists for a total of 9 points. Paige Swanson, their goalkeeper, already tossed 3 shutouts. The team is playing well. You know, that's, I guess, when I've talked to other people, that's what you expect from a Trent Heckman team. They're fundamentally sound. They're going to bring it. So if you're an opponent this year and you're playing Ashland, you better bring your lunch pail, because it's going to be a battle. At number 2 in the Girls Soccer Power Rankings, Chippewa. I guess the name itself says everything. Underneath the guidance of Ruth Coney, arguably one of the most phenomenal coaches in the area. You look at what she's done, the track record. She's great. When The one thing that Chippewa is going to do is as they look into this year, look at another trip back to state. They've got the pieces. They got the parts. This team is ready to go. They've got Isabella Brayman. They have Bailey Clark. They have an Elena Dressler. This team, and it's not even including those younger girls who are freshmen a year ago, who gained so much experience this year. I call them, what I was called a super sophomore class. Chippewa is loaded again. As we enter this year, you got Isabella Brayman, or a year ago, scored 18 goals at 10 assists for a total of 46 points. I do know on the defensive end they are missing Maddie Pappas, and obviously that's a big part. Maddie Pappas was a lockdown defender. She did a phenomenal job, and really that's probably the understatement for what she did. I can still remember her watching her just shut down Nikki Weber from Loudonville, and she's so great at it. Not only is she good at defending, but she understands the fundamentals of doing her job. She knows how to get the ball back up the field. She knows how to man mark. She can go against anybody one-on-one, and that was a big part of what made Chippewa successful a year ago. They're going to need to find someone to replace her in that department. But obviously, as we start the new year, Chippewa is an easy number 2. At number 3, I got Worcester. I got to watch them play against Glen Oak this year. Worcester's got some talent. End of story. They have athletes. But I think above all, not just having athletes, they have a lot of great soccer minds. From Gabby Monastra, Savannah Eben, Alexis Summers. This team is built for success. I expect to see Worcester contend in the OCC. I know people say, well, the OCC is tough. Ashland's up there. There's other teams that are up there. But watching Worcester play, they have the soccer players. This is the reason why I put them at number 3. I expect so much from what these girls can do. Savannah Eben, the girl is crazy good. That's the end of story. She's crazy good at the top. Her ability to distribute will only make players like Sydney Wright, players like Alexis Summers, that much better. So I do look for Worcester to be successful this year underneath the guidance of Charles Siniglia. Worcester is led this year by Summers, had 15 goals, 5 assists, 35 total points, was a daily record player of the year finalist a year ago. Putting Worcester number 3, it was a little bit hard because I could have probably pushed them to number 2, but also you have Chippewa there. So our top 3 teams are beyond solid. Worcester makes a heck of a number 3 team. At number 4, I got your Norway Bobcats. Just a good team. Anchored by Rebecca Graff. Great goalkeeper, does a great job. The defense for Norway is definitely very solid. This year they bring back Ali Studer, Mackenzie Ball. Both the young ladies combined for 15 goals, 5 assists for a total of 38 points. They are missing their leading scorer from a year ago, Lindsay Adanasov, who did a great job for them. But Norway, as always, they're built for success. Underneath the guidance of Jason Zimmerly, easily number 4, very good team. I expect to see them contending for the WCAO title this year. Picking my number 5 team this year, it's kind of a toss-up. I wasn't sure who to pick at number 5. I thought about it, twisted some teams in my mind. But at the end of the day, I settled on one team because of the fact that they were so young a year ago. The fact that they had so many pieces. The fact that I felt those pieces needed a year to develop. You know, I mean, one of the things I looked at was potential. This team, who I picked at number 5 is Smithville. I just feel that as the year progresses, they could legitimately contend for the Wayne County League title. They have the parts to contend with the Chippewa. They have the parts to contend with the Norwayne. They just got to elevate their game to the next level. They got to be willing to reach up higher, willing to expect more from themselves, and take that year of experience and just run with it. I mean, you have Lexi Mutton in the net. Lexi plays a phenomenal goalkeeping. She does a great job. With a year underneath her belt, she only makes that Smithville defense that much stronger. You had Julian Newland, Maddie Cool. You had a great coach like Andy Keener. This could be the year for Smithville to really make some noise.